Adventuredome is an indoor theme park located in Circus Circus, Las Vegas, and with it being home to over 25 attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Adventuredome. Starting off at number 10, we have BC Bus. And no matter whether you want to take a ride on your very own yellow bus, or you are just looking for a fun family ride at the park, then this is just for you. The only thing is, however, this is not your normal bus ride, because as soon as you have boarded the bus, not only will you move back and forth, but you will also rotate high into the sky, providing an awful lot of fun, thrills and enjoyment for the entire family, and so I would feel wrong not putting this ride on our top 10 list. Who here is feeling a little bit competitive? Well, if that is you, then you must take a ride on our number 9 spot, Canyon Cars, as on this attraction you'll get the opportunity to put your foot to the metal and race around an oval shaped track. Yet we are still not at the best part yet, as with it also being a bumper car style ride. Whilst you are racing around the track, you will also be able to bash into one another, creating such an awesome ride, especially for those larger groups out there. The question is though, will you dash and bash, or will you take a more leisurely ride around the track? You can't have a theme park without a Zamperla disco, and Adventuredome is no exception. As for our number 8 spot, we have Disco, the park's, believe it or not, Zamperla disco. And so with this ride being so common around the world, for starters, if you are visiting the park on a busy day, then we'll suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Yet if you do get a chance to ride, you will definitely not be disappointed with the giant disc that you and up to 23 others are sat on, both rocking back and forth, higher and higher along the U-shaped track, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. For our number 7 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot more crazy, as we have NebulaZ, and ever since its debut back in 2020, making it the newest ride at the park, it has always been a fan favourite, and for a good reason, as just looking at this masterpiece of a ride is absolutely amazing. However, it only gets better on ride with, in a nutshell, your freely rotating gondola rotating on an arm that is then also rotating on a central hub that, believe it or not, also spins around and rises up and down for the entirety of the ride. And you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that this is crazy. If Disco and NebulaZ did not get you dizzy enough though, and you are still looking for even more dizzy thrills, then do not fear, as our number 6 position, Chaos, has quite literally taken the word dizzy to the next level, and here is how. Now of course it would not be a flat ride without spinning or flipping upside down a few times, and this ride is no different. Yet what brings it to the next level is the fact that not only will you be on a freely flipping gondola, but then this is connected to a disc that will spin faster and faster and faster whilst also tilting upwards. So yeah, this ride is both plain down mental as well as awesome at the same time. Top 5, and coming in for this spot, we have Sand Pirates, the most swashbuckling ride on the 7 seas. Ding ding. Okay, that was a horrendous pirate accent. However, this ride sure isn't, with you Of course, if you think you have what it takes to sail the seven seas, being able to climb aboard a pirate ship that will then rock back and forth to crazy heights, how awesome is that? And so when also taking into account that beloved back and front row experience that you can get and that often rather short queue line, there is no doubt in my mind that this classic ride should be on your bucket list. Have you ever wanted to go upside down like you have never done before? Well, if so, then you have got to take a ride on our number 4 position, Inverter, because as you can probably guess by the name, this ride is upside down crazy, and you will not be wrong. With similar to many of the other Inverter rides around the world, you will basically rotate upside down again and again and again. Yet for me, what makes it so scary is the dangling, and I do not think if you guys have done S before, it keeps going upside down for a long time, and therefore a trip to the park would be nowhere near complete without braving Inverter. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and if you are scared of heights then look away now, as for this position we have Sling Shot, and with it standing at a height of 100 feet, already I know some of you are going to be like, no way Jose. However, it does not stop there, because unlike your normal drop tower, where you will just rise to this height, get a great view across the park and drop again, on Sling Shot you will instantly be launched to the tippy top of a tower in a matter of seconds before dropping back down again, causing even the biggest of thrill seekers in the group to hold on very, and I mean very tight. Between number 2 and 1 it was tough, however after a lot, and I mean a lot of consideration, we've decided to put Canyon Blaster at the number 2 spot, and wow, if this ride does not make you fall in love with coasters, then I honestly do not know what will, because as soon as you have boarded the train, you will race around the dome, completing many classic aerodynamic drops, loops, inversions, twists, turns, tunnel section, and the list goes on, at an overall speed of 40 miles per hour. And so when also taking into account the amazing canyon theming too, this should definitely be on your bucket list for your next visit to the park. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in our opinion for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than El Loco. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, from the moment you walk into the park and see this mental 90-foot coaster, you'll instantly want to take a ride. And you should definitely do just that, as words literally cannot describe how fun all of these bizarre SNS elements that you will complete with the onboard audio playing are. And so I think it is very easy to see why this is at our number 1 spot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.